Yes, how come I didn't come? I don't know about this business. So I started asking myself questions. Okay, now let's go. I hope this is not one of those noisy businesses online and things like that. They are making noise, right? Because the online space is very noisy and crazy. Many shiny objects that disappear the next day. So I wrote down some points. I was like, okay, first and foremost, being a foreign, an immigrant in another country, there should be some extra requirements. Let me see if this thing makes sense. So I tried to like, okay, do some inquiries, and then I came across things like you need in the Philippines you need a TIN number before you can do this business. No TIN number, no business. And for you to get a TIN number as an immigrant in the Philippines, you need to have a valid work permit. So it's not just about you walking up to the Bureau of Internal Revenue and telling them you want a TIN number. Oh no, it doesn't go that way. So you need to have been documented and having papers. So you must be a resident. Like I said, this thing is becoming interesting now. So I started getting like real important. It made me to understand that this is nothing, it's not a play thing, because if you don't have the required documents, you cannot do it. And as compared to the noisy businesses, they ask you just for an email or maybe a driver's license, and then they tell you you're good to go. No. So the fact that the business needs some certain level of documentation from you before you can start it, it made me to understand that this business is a legitimate business. And I loved it because as an immigrant, I don't want to get into things that would put me in trouble in another country. Now, coming back personally, on a personal note, I realized that this business is global. That is one thing that stood out for me because as an immigrant, one day you want to go back home. You never know, right? You can still end up, I can still end up here in the Philippines as well as I might still want to move to another country. So what happens with my business? Remember, with a traditional business, if I had like maybe selling dresses, if I want to move to the UK, I have to sell these dresses before I relocate to the UK and restart all over. I'm not going to bother playing with dresses, right? So with this business, I can freely move with it. In March, the whole of March, I was back in my country and my business was still running. I didn't have to sell the business or close it down. So the business allows you to move with it. You don't have to stop. You don't have to restart. You're able to move with your business to a new location, and that stood out for me. So I know that I'm building something that is long term. I don't have to start all over. And guys, I'm going to shock you with this one. With my business, recently I was so busy, and whatever you've been seeing on my page, I'm very proud to tell you now, and I'm not shy to tell you that whatever content you've been reading is my son. Oh, it's not me. It's my son that has been helping me post all of that. So it's not even me because I was super busy. And that gives me a certain level of peace of mind because at as young as 14 years, he's already learning what I'm doing and he can actually go online. He has been seeing what I'm doing and he can put out content. And this will shock you that I had a buyer from a post that he made. And when the buyer reached out to me and like, hey, I saw what you shared yesterday, and honestly, I've been following you and I just want to know more. Please help me. I want to start a business. I'm really interested. And I was like, wait, what did I even post? I couldn't tell them like what did I post because I know my son is the one who posted. So I was just listening. I was just listening and I'm like, okay, please don't embarrass me at this point, but let me just get going. So that made me to know that at this point in time, before he gets to the legal age where he can own a business, he will be grounded already in the business. He will be stable. And this is something you really want to join, guys. If you really want to take advantage of this business model, this is our system, because you have the opportunity to start grooming your kids as early as possible. Remember, this is my business, I own it. So that's why I'm able to start grooming my son, and at any time he can pick it up. And it is super, super, it gives you that peace of mind. Owning an IT professional, I don't know what I can start telling my son today about IT profession. That will just, it's just going to grill his brain right now. I need to wait for him to get to the university, go to school, have the training and everything. But at the end of the day, will he even pick up the job? Is he even going to make it? You see that with the business, I am already shifting some of the responsibility, and he's already learned. I didn't even ask him to do it. He just loved what I was doing. That's why he learned. So this is super. amazing for me because I have the peaceful mind. I know that what I'm building, I already have a legacy for them. And he keeps asking questions. Okay, now that you're doing this and doing this, the people that are coming, what happens? Because he doesn't mentor people in my team. So he's asking, what happens? So I tell him that, okay, at a certain point in time, you have to be talking with these people, holding their hands and things like that. So I'm already grooming somebody to own something. And it's so amazing. Parents, if you're an immigrant, if you're a parent, the load is too much. It's not easy. You can't survive nowadays based on your paycheck. You cannot, unless there's something you're doing that I don't know. But as a 9 to 5 owner, even in the IT profession, as they say, IT has the high paying checks. We are not breathing. We are suffocating because life has changed. Things are changing. Prices of commodities are increasing. Our landlords and landladies, they have increased rents. But did your employer increase your salary? The answer is definitely no. So, guys, I'm going to encourage you today to check out this business model. Allow fear, leave fear alone, guys. Even if you have tried so many things and it didn't work out, just leave fear alone. Just keep trying. Give yourself that opportunity to come across something beautiful. Give yourself that chance to thrive. Give yourself that chance to grow in something that is legitimate, a system that has been a system that understands how to survive in a fast changing world like today. And I'm just going to quickly round up with this one, guys. When I joined this company, the products that our mother companies had, the products that our companies had, they have added two more. This is to tell you that these are people who master the game. They master the game. The world is fast changing. Things are rapidly changing, and you need to be moving at that pace. Else, you're going to face out. We see people who start businesses and before you know it, they close out. No, it's not because all of them had fake products. No, it's not because they didn't know they were not they were not selling or they were not advertising. No, if you don't master the game, if you don't master the changes of the society, you're going to face out in your business. And our companies master it. They launched two new products again. Just my 1 year in business, they have launched two additional products that meet the needs of the daily needs of the society. To tell you that what, as things are changing, they are changing. So when we talk of a legacy, don't be scared that, oh, what are they talking about? In 20 years, will they still be in the game? Yes. If they have been around for 52 years, believe me or not, they know what's going on and they know how to navigate. I'm going to stop at this level. I have a lot to say, but I'm just going to give the opportunity